I spent 10 years mastering every move, reading every room, staying 10 steps ahead. Then you looked at me once, and the game ended. I've walked away from victories without blinking, but the way you exist makes walking away feel like the first real defeat of my life. I thought losing meant failure until I lost control the moment your eyes met mine, and nothing else mattered. Every win taught me discipline, strategy, and restraint, but you taught me how fragile all that strength really is. I've beaten odds that terrified other men, yet one quiet glance from you dismantled everything I thought I was. I didn't lose because I was weak. I lost because for the first time, I wanted something more than winning. A decade of triumph couldn't prepare me for the way your presence rewrote all my rules in seconds. I built my life on control, but you walked in and proved control was just an illusion I borrowed too long. I've outplayed kings and crushed rivals, yet I surrendered without a fight the moment you smiled at me. The scariest loss isn't the one you see coming, it's the one that feels like coming home. I thought I knew pressure, but your silence weighs heavier than any final round I've ever survived. 10 years of winning taught me confidence. One moment with you taught me humility. I've survived chaos, storms, and calculated risks, but your calm undid me more completely than any war. Losing to you doesn't feel like defeat, it feels like truth finally catching up with me. I trained myself never to hesitate, yet with you, hesitation feels like reverence. I spent years chasing dominance, only to realize surrender can be far more dangerous and beautiful. Every victory hardened me, but one look from you cracked something open I didn't know existed. I always knew how to leave the table, but you made me forget why I ever wanted to. The scoreboard says I've won everything, yet my chest says I lost the moment you mattered. I mastered every game except the one where feelings rewrite the rules without asking permission. I thought power was about standing tall until you made me kneel internally without saying a word. A decade of preparation collapsed in seconds because you weren't a challenge, you were a revelation. I never feared losing until losing meant losing myself to the thought of you. I walked into every battle expecting to win, but with you, I walked in already undone. You didn't defeat me, you reminded me I was human. I used to calculate outcomes. Now I calculate how long I can pretend you don't affect me. I've lived in the thrill of victory, but the quiet egg you left feels more alive than all of it. I didn't see you as an opponent. I saw you as the end of the game. 10 years of success never shook me like the realization that I want you more than control. I learned to read people, but you read straight through me without trying. I've survived losses that broke others, yet this loss feels like a beginning I never planned for. Winning taught me pride, losing to you taught me honesty. I never imagined a single moment could outweigh a decade of victories until you existed. I always knew when to fold, but you made me want to stay all in. The hardest truth isn't that I lost. It's that I don't want to win if it means losing you. I trained myself to feel nothing, but you awakened everything with one glance. I didn't fall because I was careless. I fell because resisting you felt like lying to myself. A lifetime of strength doesn't mean much when one person touches the part you never armored. I thought my legacy was built on wins, but now it's built on the moment you changed me. I've faced pressure that breaks men, yet the thought of you unsettles me more than any threat. I never feared being outplayed until I realized you weren't playing at all. I won every game by staying detached and lost everything the moment I cared. 10 years of victories didn't teach me meaning. You did without trying. I mistook invincibility for happiness until you showed me the cost of both. I didn't lose the game. I outgrew it the second you entered my world. I always believed control was power, but vulnerability with you feels stronger. I've earned every win, but this loss feels like destiny claiming its due. I never thought one person could undo years of discipline, yet here you are. The most dangerous realization is knowing you'd lose again just to feel this. I've stood on top of every board, but you made the ground beneath me shift. I never chased connection until I felt it slip through my fingers. Losing to you doesn't sting. It lingers, reshapes, and stays. I used to celebrate victories. Now I replay moments I never planned to care about. I thought I was unbeatable, but you proved I was just unprepared for truth. Every win built my armor, and you found the one place it never covered. I didn't realize how lonely winning was until losing felt this full.